What if I told you that biodiversity loss isn't just an environmental issue, it's one of the biggest business risks of our time? And most companies don't even realize it yet. I'm Natalie, a sustainability consultant specializing in biodiversity, and I work at the intersection of conservation science and corporate strategy. Every day I work inside a zoo environment where we're not just caring for animals, we're conducting critical research on species survival, ecosystem health, and extinction risk. And what I see every day, it directly connects to what companies are now being asked to report on. Biodiversity is the foundation of everything: our food systems, our supply chains, our climate stability, even global economies. But here's the problem. We are losing species at an unprecedented rate. And when ecosystems collapse, businesses don't stay unaffected. Pollinator loss leads to agriculture impact. Deforestation causes supply chain instability. Ocean degradation leads to fisheries collapse. This isn't theoretical. This is already happening. This is where zoos come in, and where most people completely misunderstand their role. Modern zoos are conservation and research institutions. We study species behavior, reproduction, genetic diversity, disease patterns, and environmental stress. And this data doesn't just stay in zoos, it feeds into global conservation strategies. And increasingly, it informs the frameworks companies are now expected to report against. Right now, companies are being pushed to understand their impact on nature. You've probably heard of climate reporting, but biodiversity is the next frontier. This includes supply chain impacts on ecosystems, land use and habitat destruction, species risk exposure, and nature-related financial risk. And here's the gap. Most companies don't have the scientific understanding to actually do this well. That's where biodiversity expertise, real field-based knowledge, becomes critical. This is exactly where I work, helping bridge the gap between biodiversity science and corporate decision-making. Because sustainability without biodiversity isn't complete. If you're a company, a brand, or a leader trying to understand your impact on nature, this is something you can't ignore anymore. And if you're someone who cares about conservation, this is how real change happens, by influencing the systems behind it. Subscribe if you want to understand how biodiversity, business, and conservation all connect. And if you're interested in working together, everything is linked below.